picked a tough time to play a bad game. We just didn't have it offensively tonight. Missed a lot of open shots, 14 free throws, and then defensively they went on a couple runs. So give Duke credit; they played very efficient offensively today, and we didn't.
Transition offense has been pretty important for you guys this year. It seems like you've been in trouble. Do you think that was more due to what Duke was doing or what you guys were doing?
Well, at halftime they only had one turnover, so we weren't able to get steals and deflections. And then your transition is a lot better off of misses, and I think we're leading the nation in transition offense off of missed shots. And when they're making threes, and they got to the foul line a little bit, but our transition offense wasn't great tonight. We just didn't get enough stops and deflections.
Was there anything that you were really disappointed with your group when it comes to effort or any of that?
No, it wasn't an effort thing. I think there were a few times defensively our guards got blown by their defender or their offensive players or drive it to the rim, and then our big guys didn't help. So we had a few plays defensively where we didn't follow our assignments, just didn't play our system. Our big guys didn't help, and then the ball screen coverage sometimes with Samet, he allowed them to get to the rim. So we have some things to clean up. It wasn't an effort thing. We just shot the ball so poorly on the other end. And sure, Duke had scored 48 in the second half, which is too many. So we have some things to clean up on both sides of the ball.
Andy, the physicalness of Duke's guards, to what extent do you think that had on Booby? Because it looked like on him and others that drives to the basket, that they had to release those shots far further away from the basket than maybe they really wanted.
Well, they're the biggest team in the country, so they're big guards, and they have interior players that are big and long. And so when you're at the rim, they'll be challenged. Every shot will be challenged. And they are physical. We did a good job of putting pressure on the defense. We went to the foul line 25 times. We just unfortunately made 11. And when you miss 14 free throws in the first half, we could have had the lead. Throughout the first half, we kept missing key free throws and front ends of one-on-ones. And in the second half, the same thing. And what happens when you do that is deflating. And also, you don't stop their runs. And we had a chance to take the lead a few times in the first 15 minutes of the game. And so it's very uncharacteristic. We've been shooting the ball great from the field, the three-point line, and the foul line the last few games. And in fact, we were leading the league in all three percentages. So it's uncharacteristic, but as I said, we picked a poor time to play a bad game.
Coming into today, Cooper Flagg led Duke in just about everything. How did you and your team try to simulate him in practice as you prepared for today?
Well, he's a terrific player. I thought he played well tonight. I thought he was efficient, and he put pressure on us with his driving ability and his passing ability. And then he made some mid-range shots. He made both his threes. So if you look at his percentages, the one so-called weakness that you said you take away was his perimeter shooting, but he did a really nice job tonight of making shots. He made some shots last game, so it looks like he's improving in that area.
Before the game, you talked about kind of with a veteran team not letting the atmosphere of the moment kind of get to them. Do you feel like it did it all today, or do you feel like it was?
Well, I think it's more disappointing to have the fan support that we had today and to have everybody excited for us to play not up to our capabilities, to play not a great game is disappointing. A lot of our players have been in big games, NCAA tournament games, league championships, regular season games against rivals. So we have enough guys on our team that they love this atmosphere. Unfortunately, just didn't have it.
Duke shot 61% in the second half. How much of that was a matter of them just getting hotter, and how much of that was changes or struggles on the defensive end by you guys?
Well, they certainly made shots when they had to, right? They made open shots. They made some contested shots. They made some contested shots at the rim, and they shot the ball well. They did what they had to do, come in here as a road team and be efficient on offense. And they had 7 turnovers for the game, and they shared the ball and they played well.
Obviously, a veteran group, but how big is this for this group playing together moving forward to kind of go through something like this and try and move on?
Yeah, we haven't lost a game in a month and a half, so this is a unique feeling. It's not a fun feeling for our players, our coaching staff, or our fans. So we haven't lost in a long time. We won 7 in a row. We've been playing really well, and we just didn't have the rhythm that we normally have. And Duke had something to do with that. But at the same time, our players, I thought we we made very uncharacteristic mistakes in the first half to allow Duke to get that lead. We played well enough and tough enough to be tied or at halftime. We just missed so many shots, and we made some uncharacteristic defense mistakes as well.
As disappointing as this result is for you, can this kind of game be helpful as you get ready to go turn around and face North Carolina on the road this week?
Well, this league is really good. They're playing in North Carolina, as talented as they are. So we'll get back at it tomorrow. You try not to overreact or underreact. One game doesn't make or break your season. So now we'll see what we can do to improve and get ready for the next one.
I just feel like as a point guard, I gotta get better at just getting my teammates open and better spots that they usually hit shots in. So I just feel like I gotta do a better job at that, and we just gotta come out and play hard on the defensive end.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just an overall team effort. A lot of things that we didn't do, we let them their length affect us. Got stagnant on offense, a lot of standing. And that's just everybody. I mean, that was not individual. I mean, I think he had like 7 assists or something like that. He led the team in assists. So I mean, overall as a team, we have to move the ball, get some actions, and not let their length just affect us.
It's one thing to scout that length, Matt, and Boopy, but it's one thing, then it's another thing to play against you. So what did you guys see as this game was unfolding that really challenged you guys in terms of maybe changing shots or taking shots maybe further away from the basket that you wanted to?
I feel like it's just a process of our teammates just learning. I feel like me and Matt was in the ACC, so we know how to play against those type of guys. So it's just a learning experience. So just bringing that to the next game and just looking at film and getting better at that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's different when you're out there. But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like we're a pretty big team too. They got big guards, but overall, I feel like we're a pretty big team. So I feel like we're used to, even off the bench, we got Cario, who's 6'4" guard, Tibet, who's a 6'9" wing. So I think we're used to going against it. I think it's just, just one of those days. It was all around team effort, and we came out kind of early, and I think we got too excited, and I feel like we got away from what we were supposed to do, what the game plan was.
You guys like to get out and transition a lot. It seemed like it was trouble between how many shots Duke was making and the way they were defending. How did you guys kind of see that transition offense working and where it struggled as opposed to previous games?
I feel like it was working a little bit, but guys who usually hit shots like me, Matt, Cario, the whole team. I feel like we just had an off night on shooting tonight. We usually make a lot of threes and transition layups, but I feel like we missed those today. But now we just got to move on to the next game.
Cross John with East Coast Sports. You were getting to the cup pretty easy early on. What changed?
I think that's just bad on my part. I gotta realize that's what was working. See that was probably my easiest for me in the mismatch in that situation. Every game's different, and stay to it. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're a good team. They're long, and it's just one of those things. As an older guy, I gotta pick up on and stay to it. Don't start just jacking threes for no reason.